this like CD in my hand. He's like, "You've got to listen to this," and it was her album Driver. So I became an instant fan, and I bought a whole bunch of her other albums, and then I went to see her shows like all the time, and I got her to sign my journal, like all that kind of weird stuff, right? I still have that journal. I was really disappointed because she signed it, and I thought it was going to be like this big event, and she just sort of signed it, and that was it. And I really wanted to talk to her, but I didn't know what to say. And I really wanted to marry her, actually, and she, of course, is twice my age, so that's not really appropriate. Plus, she didn't really know that I was totally head over heels in love with her. So anyways, fast forward to like a few years ago, I went to Michigan Women's Festival, and I was playing there, and I was doing my rehearsal in the morning, and it was really hot out, and there was nobody there because it was like a sort of a sound check rehearsal thing. And then it was like in this amphitheater, grassy sort of amphitheater, and sort of, you know, this bowl of grass and trees. Anyways, I'm doing my songs and doing all that, and this person is starting to walk down the hill towards me, and I was singing, and at the same time I'm looking at that person going, I wonder, who is that? And then it was Farron. So inside my head I'm singing, I'm like, stay cool, stay calm and collected, and, you know, keep singing. And so I did that, and then I finished my rehearsal and went backstage, and she was sitting there. My friend's like, you should go talk to her. She was asking about who you were. And so I went and talked to her, and she was really nice, and I was having this like surreal moment. And it's hard to play guitar and talk at the same time. And I'm trying to provide the backdrop to the song, or to the story. And anyway, she asked me if I wanted to come to her house. I'm like, what? They're having a writer's workshop, and so she's like, we're having a writer's workshop, I'd love for you to come. And then it's like a week-long women's writer's workshop. And at the end, we're doing like a presentation of our writing, and I'm going to do a concert, and I'd love for you to come and sing some songs. And I was, inside my head, I immediately was thinking about all the things that I had to do when I got back to Vancouver, and I already had a flight going back home, and so before even thinking about it, I said I can't come. And before it was out of, like, as soon as it was out of my mouth, I like regretted that, right? And she's like, and I sort of started crumbling inside a little bit, and she's like, oh well, maybe next year or whatever. And you know, it was like the chance just flew by, and I didn't grab it, right? And anyways, so I sort of was quite just depressed. I went home, and I was really upset about it for about 3 weeks, and because I realized it wasn't like that I said no to Farron, it was more like I had said no to myself, right? And sort of an opportunity and a thing that would really bring me joy. And so that was the part that would really hit home for me in terms of that lesson, hard-learned lesson. So I wrote this song, and then next year I went back, and she was there again, and I told her the story. It was a little bit shorter than what I'm telling you. I wasn't telling her all the details about how I was in love with her and stuff, because that would have been weird. And so I told her the story, and she was really great. She's like, you know, so I'm having this writer's workshop after the festival, and we're going to be presenting our stuff and singing, and I'd really love it if you came. And I said, okay. And we did some shows together after that, and it was really fun. And the writer's workshop was amazing. And if you don't have any of her albums, I encourage you to buy her music. It's quite incredible. The songwriting's amazing. So this is the song that I wrote about that long story. The song's called Rise Up. It's been a rough week. The sky is blue, but I don't hear you calling me. And I miss this train. I didn't even hear her pull into the station. And now I'm waiting all alone in my shame. You asked me over to sing with you. I said, can't, I got a job to do. And I felt that familiar nothingness coming through. What is it that keeps me frozen even when it's warm outside? What is it that keeps me down when I'm supposed to fly? I'm supposed to fly. See, there's old blood coursing through me from the lives that have gone before me, and it slows me down now and then. And despair built my bones, and fear forged my flesh. But there's a warrior spirit somewhere in here too. And the truth is that life has always terrified me, but dying empty always terrified me more. It terrifies me more, yeah. Other people, but I haven't yet learned how to make friends with myself. So I play music to fill that space in me, and I know the earth has birthed a place for me. And it's the heart that we've got to pay mind to, or we may find ourselves where we ain't supposed to be. And sometimes I can't